Hello, Era. You're the first one to actually come in. Can you even hear me properly? Because I'm not sure if you can. Alright, thank you. Oh god. Of course, when did I not listen to Pokemon music? Wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. By the way, is the music too loud? Because I'm not sure. What does that mean? Is it too loud or not? Alright. Alright. Yeah, just have my regular music playing. So, nah. There might be some other music if I stream for 1 second. I don't know how long this is. 3 hours, which I doubt I'll do, but I don't know. I might. Depends on if I'm gonna feel better or worse. I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna finish this completely today, it will definitely take longer than 3 hours. Honestly. I just take really long when I draw. Like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna take me 4 to 5 hours minimum. Well, not if I rush it, but I don't want to rush this because it's a redraw, and I don't like rushing redraws because that just lessens like the overall effect Like, you won't see how much I actually improve if I rush it, you know? Oh, by the way, sorry if you can hear my pen just tapping on my tablet. My tablet is closer to my face, to my mic than my face. You know I don't handle coffee well. And I do actually have some energy drinks in my room. I just never drink them. Well, only when I'm extremely exhausted and I have to go to school. Then I do. To at least get my ass into school. Alright. Yeah, it's not loud anyway, unless I actually slam my pen onto my tablet, but I kind of don't want to do that anyway. You know? 1 second, I'm gonna overlay. No, not overlay, game activity. Gonna add OBS. Oh, I can't edit the name. That's annoying. Alright, now it actually shows in Discord that I'm streaming. I could use Twitch, but for some reason Twitch just really hates me. I don't know why. I tried in the past to make Twitch work, but for some reason that just doesn't wanna work for me. And I should probably go into do not disturb. Yeah, I did. Alright, I was just talking that I'm gonna turn off notifications. I noticed that I didn't do that. I'm curious who the second person watching is. That's my phone. By the way, if you can just aggressively hear my phone vibrate, that is because I have a mobile game in the background. And it notifies me whenever something happens. With just aggressively vibrating. Which is only kind of made louder by the fact that it's on my wooden table. So, Alright. Yes, my phone. I just remembered. Wait. There's one server that I'm allowed to actually advertise the stream. So I'm gonna do that. Copy. Can I? No, I can't. Here. No, I can't, sadly. Alright. Back to drawing. At least the worst is done. Like, I don't mind drawing everything except for the line art. Like, I wish there was just a tool that could just make the line art for me. I fucking hate doing it. Because it takes forever. Why does it smell like grilled onions in here right now? I think one of my neighbors is cooking. At 10:37 p.m. Honestly, not surprised. Oh yeah, and if you can hear cars in the background, that is because I have my window open. Because I don't want to die of a heat stroke. I can sell stick figures, $5 a piece. Call me. You didn't even leave your phone number. You're a terrible businessman. Man, whatever. Like, if you actually wanted to sell it, you would have left your email account, like, not email account, your email address or phone number. But because you said, call me, just leave your phone number there, dude. Those are rookie mistakes. By the way, yeah, I know that you don't want people to call you, but still, then leave your email address and don't say call me. By the way, I wanted to ask, is the quality alright? No, because I have fucking terrible internet. You know, I don't know how it's doing. Yeah, visual and sound quality, just in general. Of course, you do know my actual sound quality. Well, ignoring the whole connection issues, of course. Oh, rip. Well, as long as you can't make out what I'm drawing, it's still alright. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm extremely used to HD as well. Alright. I mean, I'm not surprised that the overall quality isn't great. But as long as it's alright, I'm fine with it. Wasn't expecting that I get like Ultra HD with super amazing sound and all. When I can't even play Minecraft without lag. Yeah, Era, you shouldn't make out with anyone. You're so underaged. Stay pure. Alright. Oh, you don't have a second screen? That must be annoying then. I don't know how I would survive without a second screen. Honestly. Like, once you have it, you are so spoiled. Like, I use my tablet as a third screen while I don't draw. And I think it's sometimes not enough. Like, I have like 6 things open, I'm just like, where the fuck am I supposed to put all this? I mean, I'm pretty sure my PC could handle another screen easily, but I don't think my budget could. Wait, there's a spam protection. How do I turn that off? I know you like to talk a whole fucking lot. Oh, pop-out chat. Oh, then I don't have to look up all the time. I don't want to learn more about the pop-out chat. I don't care. I don't think there is something as spam protection turn off. At least I can't find it right now. Idiots being loud outside. Fun. Yeah, that's just the problem of living in a sort of low income area. It's not completely low income, but below middle class, you know. Like definitely lower class area. Yeah, basically. Did I miss a spot? Oh yeah. That wasn't the brightest idea. Don't think I missed a spot. Of course. Whenever this song comes on, I feel like for the first like 2 seconds, I always think it's like Christmas music. I don't know why. It just sort of sounds like Christmas music to me at the beginning. Why does the whole playlist sound like Christmas music? It's Pokemon music. Well, and it's technically not a playlist. I just downloaded a Pokemon music compilation of YouTube. Yeah, I always forget that this bit is also connected with the fucking wing. So pointlessly colored. Right, I think that's... yeah. What? I don't have a fursona. Why should I have one? Funnily enough, when I was a furry, my fursona was a Sonic character. Error, it's not potato. The person saying potato is absolutely retarded. Just saying. If you say tomato, then it's different. Because there are actually people saying tomato. Someone's hammering for some reason. Did I actually get a message on my phone? I think I did. Nope, I didn't. It's just Fire Emblem being just like, hey, you haven't played in a while. Come and summon the 600 fucking unit that you're definitely gonna get as a free to play player. Ugh. That was harder to say than necessary. Oh well. I mean, you're free to do whatever you want to do, but that doesn't mean I won't stop correcting you. Honestly, yes. It's just like, hey, look at these 5 new... No, it's usually 4. Look at these 4 new waifus. Look at them. We know you won't, your poor ass won't be able to afford them, but we know you will try. I accidentally colored this area in. Just now upsetting me because I now have to go around it again. You know what I never understand? Why are so many girls just obsessed with just men? Like, not like men in general. I understand heterosexuality and all, but I mean, it's the shit like Mystic Messenger. Like, what? Why are you obsessed with men that don't exist? Like, I've actually talked with a few that legitimately were completely obsessed with them and wish they were real and all of that. And just like, dude, even if they were real, they wouldn't be interested in you. They would have so many options. But because they are not real, it's even dumber. Like, I can understand the whole waifu thing as a joke, you know. But as soon, like, the same thing is of course with waifus. But just generally the whole thing. Why are people just so obsessed with 2D stuff? Well, 2D peep. Like, of course, if they are really well written, then you can connect to them, but they aren't real. After all. Like, just because there's this one 2D guy, or 3D if it's the 3D game or whatever, that really well clicks with you, that's just because he was written to be like that. I don't know. I never understood the whole thing. Like, I definitely have some characters that I'm attracted to physically, but I mean, even if a character has fucking amazing personality, I'm not gonna swoon over them. Like, even if I could feel love very vividly, even then, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. They're still just 2D characters. I mean, of course there are people that would disagree with me, but still. And nowadays it's so easy to be bad at Irish, there's more. Yeah. I don't know, I just think it's kind of sad, honestly. But the thing is, it is very easy to also get into a really good relationship IRL just because you can find people that are more closely fit in with you just over the internet. Like, I met some really sweet and amazing guys, but which were very much struggling to actually find someone, but I don't know. But I don't know why it's also more girls than guys that tend to be so involved in you know, fake relationships with video game characters. Like, of course there's some dudes, but from what I noticed, it's definitely mostly girls that tend to get into that kind of stuff. I don't know, I just think it's kind of odd. Why did I clip these? Doesn't make sense to clip them, because they would just be clipped to the background. My pinky hurts. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I was definitely more interested in stuff like romance animes and stuff like that, but I never, I don't know, really fell in love with a character. sorry, that was my finger sliding across my tablet. That squeak. You know what is annoying? Usually I would take something that would reduce my fever. Because I'm definitely getting a fever. Like, I'm having all the symptoms I always get when I get a fever. But like, I usually would take something that would prevent it. But the doctor I went to actually get my shots renewed told me that it could very badly impact the whole thing, so I should just, like, I don't know, keep physical activity to a minimum if I have to do it. Like, I even walked home because she told me that I could ride my bike, but it would be better if I walked. So I just ended up walking home with my new plant and ice cream in my backpack. Because I was craving some ice cream. That crunching in the background is Mimi eating. How long have I been streaming already? 40 minutes. Oh jeez, I didn't get that far in 40 minutes. I just need to get a bit quicker with drawing. Like, the thing is, whenever I asked someone how much they think my commissions would be, like if I started commissions, how much it would be worth, and a lot of people say I should charge at least minimum wage, and if I did that, like, and if I did that, like, it takes me like around 6 hours to finish a drawing. Minimum wage. I don't know how much minimum wage in Germany is. Minimum hourly wage. Yeah, I don't wanna know the minimum wage in Germany is 9.19 per hour. Alright. 9.19. Alright. Yeah, if I just take 6 hours for one drawing, which in 6 hours I get I don't know, something like this done, which is a full body, but it's a full body sketch. Like, you can still very much see all the sketch lines. But if I would actually like charge minimum wage for a full body like this, I'm pretty sure I will take. Ja, mir geht's sehr gut. She just threw over her bowl. If I actually charged minimum wage for the 10 hours I work, it would be 90 euros, which is, I think, a bit too much for drawing of my skill. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm very critical with myself. Like 55 euros for sketch full body seems like a bit much, and 91 euros for like a full body with line art seems definitely way too much. I don't know. If you like doing it, drink after breakfast, yes, go. Well, the thing is, I don't know if I ever talked about this on Discord, but at this point, I've been drawing my whole life, so I kind of feel like that is the only thing that, I don't know, that defines me in a way. Other than just being a pervert, of course. But like, everyone has their one skill or passion in life. And for me, it's kind of always been drawing, so at this point, like, I don't hate it, but it's not as enjoyable anymore, you know? Like, back then I used to get so much joy out of drawing. I would draw for 6 hours a day and be happy and all that, and now I don't really hate it, of course, but it's just something that sometimes just feels like a chore to me. But from what I noticed, quite a few artists that I actually talked with have the same like feeling about this all. Like, they've been kind of drawing their whole life, so they feel like they should definitely continue doing it. I feel like this hand shouldn't be like this. I feel like it should be more like this. I'm gonna change that. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. And I know that I can always start something new, but I don't know. I've started several things, but they never really stuck to me. Like, of course, I love like caring for all of my plants, but that is not, I don't know. I don't know, that doesn't feel like it's something noteworthy. Like, everyone can care, like, everyone can just water some plants and be like, alright. Yeah. Alright, see you later. If anyone joins the stream, I hope that message shows up. I love talking, but I don't know what to talk about. I never really know what to talk about if I don't get like a topic. It kind of feels weird to just talk to myself. It's not the worst, but doesn't feel right. It's really, I think, understandable. This music and this music especially makes me nostalgic. Because I heard it so many times. My eyes hurt. I actually hate just getting anywhere close to needles. But I don't know, due to the whole measles outbreak recently in my area, well, not my direct area, but around here, I got terrified. I don't want to go through that. The thing is that most of my vaccines were still up to date, but I still got it because I'm terrified. I only got tetanus, like the tetanus vaccine. Then 2 others that were the combo with the tetanus one. I don't know the English names for them. But yeah, I got those. My arm actually hurts like hell because honestly that shit hurts more than I thought or remembered. Hello. How are ya? Kind of forgot to ask that when I greeted you. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna talk in English only. Just for your information. mostly not exhausted, but very tired. I mean, after I got home, I fell asleep. Well, not immediately, but like an hour after I got home. I can already feel that my temperature is rising. Just put my wrist up to my forehead and it's like burning. As long as I don't get fever cramps again. Because when I was little I used to always get fever cramps after I got shots. Which was terrifying for my parents, obviously, but I got through it completely without any repercussion. Well, not long-term repercussions. Oh well, hope you slept well then. The good thing is, because after I got back from the doctor, I actually went to a grocery store that is basically just down the hill, well, not hill, bridge, because the doctor is like on a bridge. Like, there's whole apartment complexes there, but still it's elevated. Went to the store that was below there, and I actually got my favorite plant. Like, not my favorite, my dream plant. Which is a Monstera Swiss cheese. Which is ironic that a plant with the common name Swiss cheese is my favorite plant. Because, well, I'm lactose intolerant. Let's see, don't paint the devil on the wall. I have no idea what that saying means. Oh, you mean like I shouldn't talk about me getting fever cramps? Hopefully. So I don't, like, you know, referring to that? Oh yeah, I can technically show a picture on stream of my Monstera, because I posted it in a plant Discord server I'm in. Just have to scroll up. Wait, no, I think I posted it in garden photos. Yes, I did. Look at my new baby. Love it so much. Look at it. It's so pretty. With all of these holes in there. Like, it has these giant leaves. The thing is, it's actually a plant that grows fucking gigantic. But, I can technically trim it, but I probably won't. Because I fucking love it when it's giant. Like, mine is, like, tiny in comparison to how big they get. But, yeah, I love it so much, honestly. Like, if I thought about not going to the store at all, because I got a bit dizzy after. Like, she gave me a vitamin C drop, but I still kind of started to get dizzy. But because I felt a bit better when I got down the bridge, I was like, I can drop by. And then I got that baby. I love that plant so much. I know talking about plants doesn't have really anything to do with anything, but I just want to show off my new plant because I love it. Did I forgot to paint a line here? Yes, I did. That's... Wait, no, I didn't connect it right. Why? That's annoying. There. Now it's connected properly. Oh, yeah, now you know why it's called Swiss cheese. Apparently, they only have the holes in the leaves because they're native to South America. And there are a lot of wind storms and like it's very stormy down there. A lot of heavy rain and all of that, and if it didn't have the holes in the leaves, it would just collapse or get ripped to shreds. The thing is, the Monstera Swiss cheese is actually my favorite one of all the Monstera kinds, so I'm so happy that I got that one. Like, fun fact, when I put it in the yellow pot that I put it in, you know, the one that that it was in the picture, I actually started sobbing because I was so happy that I finally have it. It's stupid, but I don't know, I just love that plant so much. It does need pretty high humidity, which I can mostly give, but I just wanted to check on the moisture meter. Not on my moisture meter, on my little thing. But the humidity has been very terrible here in the past few days, so I'm just gonna mist it down daily. Just like my Caletheas, because those are so picky. If you do one thing wrong, they're just like, oh, nope, goodbye. Nino, maybe? What? I have no idea what that is. 1 second. Nino. Maybe. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. Welcome back, Era. You just missed me talking about my new Monstera. Well, enjoy your food. I think I made the hair too pink. Just strawberry blonde hair, not strawberry hair. Yeah, I made it too pink. This is better. Oh yeah, that's the letter. Well, not letter, but paper. Why is that's bothering me? Like, I might be a bit sloppy on other parts of a drawing, but the face has to be clean. Like, if the face isn't clean, it doesn't feel finished. To me, at least. I'm sure other artists can just like plop out a drawing with a alright looking face, like not clean, just not clean, and call it done. But for me, I don't know, I can't call something done unless the face is finished, like cleanly finished, because that's usually the first thing that you look at. It's the face. Oh no, like when you look at, like, it's 1 second. I'm putting up a picture. Oh, come on. Why isn't there a picture of a... I don't know. Yeah, basically, when you just look at your hand, when you just look from the fingertips down, like not, you don't look at your palm, you look from the top, then you have a lot more skin there. Like, of course, this is all gonna be shaded because it's like between the palm and the outside of the hand. Like, it's supposed to look like she's reaching out, so of course you would see a lot more of that space in between. Sleep well, and I don't will stay healthy, but I hope it gets better. So good night. Shouldn't paint with the hair turned on. That sounds weird, but yeah, I meant visible, not turned on. I don't think hair can be turned on. It's still too strawberry. Yeah, this is definitely better. Alright, welcome back. Why do you only have one water bottle? And just one lift? Kind of tired. Need to work. Hello. I probably shouldn't be working on the drawing right now. I'm slowly getting sicker. I should probably sit in a hot bathtub right now. But I bathed not too long ago, and I don't like bathing too close to the last time I bathed. Doesn't feel right. And also, I don't feel like bathing. Just like that. No eyebrows. It looks so weird completely without the eyebrows. No, I don't want to sleep. I could go to bed, but my foot fell asleep. Now, the hair still doesn't feel right. It's a bit too light as well. Thank you. I don't know, I feel like I can't get the hair color right. That's annoying. 1 second, let me... Why did I make it this dark? That drawing. That isn't the hair color either. That's... what? Having a crisis. I so rarely draw her, it's ridiculous. No, that's not right at all. I'm just gonna keep it. Just fuck it. It's gonna be covered up mostly by shading anyway. It's gonna look completely different. It's just very orange. I don't know why. Sure, make it pink. It has to be lighter though. Yeah, that's the color. Fucking finally. Not at all terrifying. I feel like I made the skin color very dull. Too dark, too... Yeah, that's more like it. She's definitely one of my slightly tan characters. She has always been a bit more tan than any other of my characters. Which is ironic because she's a succubus vampire. You know, and vampires sunburn. Well, she doesn't, but still, it's ironic. Ultimate tanning. I mean, a tanning salon is not the same as like UV light from, not UV light, but like light from the sun, isn't it? At least from what I know, but I don't know anything about tanning salons because a girl never goes outside, especially not into a tanning salon. Because I like my very fair skin. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I feel like the skin is still kind of too dull. Yeah, that's... Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Depends on if there's only... This is from... Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, both of my succubus vampire mixtures don't have any reaction to the sun. Like at all. They're just like, oh, sun, I mean, I've literally drawn this girl on the beach like twice or more. I mean, that has partially to do with me just being a pervert, but yeah. Like, this was her old design. It was just a short-term design. I fucking hate the anatomy. Like, what the fuck is this? Or this? Yeah, but both of them don't have a problem with the sun. Where's the newer version? Did I draw that in 2017 or 16? Oh, there, I drew it in the same year. Like, this was... One second, how long? Yeah, this was drawn in October. And this old one was drawn in April, same year. That is a very quick improvement. That's half a year between these two. And I loathe literally everything about this, and I don't mind this one. I actually really love how I drew the face here. Like, I love it. It's cute. I just for some reason connected her arm to the start of her armpit. And I gave her like 10 times too much like hip in relation to the rest of her body. I mean, for Rihami it's understandable. She is quite plump. Still drew her a bit wonky, but still. I still love this picture. It's so cute. Not this part, but this part is cute. Just interesting that this is just 6 months of improvement. And this is still the same character. This is actually the same design, just here drew her in pigtails. But back then I just colored her hair as a solid blob. Like, this isn't like any lines at all, as you can see. This is just shading. This is just one solid blob where I just punched the color underneath and just shaded and highlighted underneath like the multiply line art layer. While here I actually drew line art. It's just interesting change. For some reason she looks so young here, but not here. Like here she looks a bit more older. Maybe it's because of the anime style here and the bit less anime style here. Actually, I once did a poll on Instagram to ask if people, like, if the people that follow me think that my style is more anime or more semi-realism. And it was right in the middle. Like, it's somewhere between anime and semi-realism. It's just like, well, shoot, what am I supposed to call my style then? Is it more semi-realism or more anime? Apparently too, that one poll that I did, well, like 17 people voted. It's neither, but also both. 50% and 5%, yes, definitely. Not 50-50. But yeah, I personally think that, like, the themes, like how I draw stuff, is definitely more anime. Like the stuff I draw, but like the way I draw it, like my style itself, it's a bit less anime than like the stuff I draw. Like this, like the themes of my drawings. Like, I doubt anyone has ever seen just like a half succubus, half a vampire girl just fly around in real life. If yes, I want to meet that succubus, not the person that saw it. I don't care about the person. But I want to get to know an IRL succubus if there's one. Not just like, not just people that are like, oh yeah, I'm so lewd, I could be succubus. I mean, it is definitely my style, but still. There's definitely a spectrum of anime to semi-realism to realism to abstract and stuff like that. Like for example, people like Hyana Natsu, her style is definitely more it's definitely anime, straight up. While, for example, Ladovska is more, and Sakimi-chan, both of them have more of a semi-realism style. And I actually don't know any artists that have a realistic style because I don't think that style is interesting. Like, definitely the people that draw in a realistic style are very skilled. Like, it's so hard, but it's just not interesting to look at. So don't follow any artists that do realism. And then, for example, people like Lavender Town definitely have a very cartoony style. I don't know. I mean, it definitely depends on the person looking at the art for them to actually judge what style they think it is. Like, everyone has a different opinion on stuff like that. Like, actually, I got inspired to do that poll after Ladovska did that poll for her own style, and a lot of people said it's straight up anime. I'm just like, what? That's not straight up anime. Like, 1 second. Alright, Instagram. Like, this isn't straight up anime. Like, that is not a generic anime face. Like, that's not a face that you would, like, not usually see in an anime. This is more of an anime face. Like, there's a pretty clear difference between them. Like, this is definitely somewhere in between. Like, it still has the really gigantic eyes and the really high eyebrows and tiny nose and tiny mouth, but it's still not straight up anime. This looks definitely more like straight up anime because this one still has like the more realistic mouth and nose. Well, not realistic, but a bit more realistic than this. Like, this still is so cute, but it's more anime, definitely. Yeah, this is definitely very semi-realistic. Like, this is more leaning towards realism than her usual stuff, which is definitely semi-realistic. But for example, Hyana Natsu, she just has straight up anime style. Like, there's no debating here. This is just straight up anime. She has done some semi-realistic stuff before. Don't think that's on her Instagram, no. 1 second. Deviant art. Yes, I'm doing that off screen because I don't feel like showing all the shit in my browser. Hyana. Come on, search that shit. Come on, what is it? Fan art, original, great design, digital. Yeah, for example, this is definitely a lot more semi-realistic than Hyana Natsu's usual style. Like, her usual style is just straight up anime. And this does look really, really good, but it's just like, that's not her usual style, you know? More from Hyana Natsu View Gallery. Like, this is 100% her usual style, just animates hell, which is extremely good. She's actually been a big inspiration for when I started drawing digitally. Like, I'm not as big of a fan of her style back then, but still, she's still such an amazing artist. Like, I remember finding her one speed paint, and I was just starstruck because that was exactly how I wanted to draw. So I did what everyone else would do when they find an artist they absolutely love. You'd think I say practice, but nope, I just traced. Which you shouldn't do. Like, it didn't even credit her. But like, I straight up just traced her stuff. Which is a shit thing to do, honestly. Don't trace. But like, this is Trace from Hyana Natsu, one of her commissioned work from what I know actually. 1 second. Yeah, don't know why I closed it. So I'm gonna search it now. Gallery. This is gonna take forever because this is from 2015. And she draws a whole fucking lot. Oh, I'm just gonna go to... Nope, or not. Yes, I'm just scrolling down right now. Oh no, it was an art trait, but I blatantly traced from this drawing. I loved it so much, so I just swoop. Like, it's so blatantly traced. It's just horrible to trace, honestly. Like, I didn't even trace well. Like, if I'm gonna trace, at least trace well. It's just, I don't know. I still have that picture up on my Instagram, but I have credit to Hyana Natsu. I traced a lot from her back then because she was such an inspiration to me. I fucking loved her style so much. I wanted to draw just like her. So the only logical reason, the only logical way to actually achieve that is to just trace. Not a good thing. Like, a lot of young artists trace, and I can understand it, because honestly, drawing is hard as hell if you're just starting out. But honestly, just stick through the first like year without tracing at all, and you won't have to deal with the fact that you can't draw without tracing. I have to say, it definitely taught me a little bit about just anatomy, like how Hyana has her anatomy. But other than that, it didn't teach me anything. Like, the only thing I would trace now is like a picture of my hand. because hands are just the fucking worst. Instead of just struggling for like 50 minutes trying to have one hand right, I just rather take a picture of my hand and trace it. Not tracing anyone's artwork then. Oh yeah, definitely. Starting is always the hardest part. Yeah, but now you love fencing, don't you? I mean, that's literally the only thing that you talk about. Well, not the only thing, but you talk about fencing a lot, like a whole fucking lot. There's not a single time when we talk that we don't talk that you don't start to talk about fencing in some kind of way, which isn't a bad thing. It's good that you have such a burning passion for it. It's just like funny to me. I would actually love to get into some kind of sport, but the thing is, most of the sports teams for adults, or just people over 18 in general, are really late, and I can't go play badminton for like 2 hours from like 10 p.m. to like midnight. I mean, good luck with that, definitely. I'm 100% gonna support you. But yeah, the thing is, I actually love badminton, but every single adult team, or just adult one that I find, is so late at night that I just can't realistically do it. Like if I wasn't at school but working, then maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, it does. The thing is, all the ones for, like, all the clubs for teens are just at the perfect time for me. But I can't join those because I'm too old already. Like, most of them have an age limit of, like, joining limit of 18. Yeah, you're very lucky then. The only kind of teams that, like, really good teams that you have around here is soccer. And no. Soccer is too, I don't know. You can hurt yourself too easy, and I'm a pussy that don't want to get hurt. If possible. And I also don't want to hurt people anymore. Like, in PE class, I would always accidentally just kick someone's shin, but like really hard, and their whole lower leg would just bruise up, and I would just feel so fucking bad. I think I did that like seven or 8 times, I think. 1 second, let me count. No, 9 times actually. And I mean, of course, there will always be some kind of pain in any kind of sport, but the thing is, there's a difference between pain from just playing and your muscles being sore and pain from just getting kicked in the shin with like a lot of fucking force. You know? And yes, Germany does love soccer a lot. Like a lot. Most people in the sport won't be annoyed by it unless it's international or really frequent. Yeah, soccer, honestly, every time that I've played it, every time someone has been hurt. Every single time. And it's either me or someone else. And I don't like that. Oh, I need to stretch my legs. Alright. Stretch them legs. As long as people are straining their body. Well, of course. But it's just that stuff like badminton is like it's a lot less like brutal when it comes to like injuries. Like the worst injury you might get is you get smacked in the face by a racket. Which does hurt a lot, but that happens so rarely. That's not the right color. of medicine. I mean, it makes sense that you get injured in fencing a lot. You're literally just waving poles at each other until someone is out. So, it makes sense. I mean, the sport that I've been injured in the most that I used to partake in was gymnastics. That was definitely the one where I got the most injuries, which makes sense. It's gymnastics after all. I mean, it can definitely hurt muscles very easily, but it's more like I don't know if you've seen I'm not sure if it was a Vine or just a video of a girl just running straight into that like jump like that horse thingy. We call it horse in Germany, but shit like that happens a lot, honestly. At least it happened in the course I was in. Like, there wasn't a single day where someone wasn't injured by stupidity. Most of the time it was stupidity, honestly. I'm so tired now. Yeah, but I think you know which video I mean. That is the main thing. I don't know why I said that and why I said it in that voice. Yeah. Background here. No, I have to continue. Like, I don't know if other artists have that, but I can't just go to sleep halfway through doing the base color. Like, I either do it all or I don't do it at all. Era, you're a lot younger than me. You should be the one that should go to bed. You're still growing. Well, maybe not growing, but you're still developing. I actually don't know how old, not how old, how tall you are. Because I always thought you're like kind of short for a guy. Don't know, I kind of imagine you to be like, I don't know, 167 or something like that. know how tall French people are. Sure, you are 2 meters and 67 centimeters. You're maybe 167, but not 267. Oh, really? Huh. I don't know why, I always imagined you to be somewhat short. Oh well. Looks like I was wrong. I'm only 162 centimeters. Given my family though, I'm done. I'm not. You're still not done growing. What? How? Oh god. That's gigantic. You're 1A and still not done growing. That's insane to me. Yeah, of course. I got told at age 11 when I had this growth spurt and I went from like 150 to 162, which is the height I am right now. I got told I'm still gonna grow. 8 years later, almost 9, and I'm still the same height. I'm 100% done growing. So I'm just gonna be a midget. Well, not a midget, I'm not that short, but still, 162 isn't... 162 is short. Very short. Yeah, my dad barely reaches like 175. He always says he's 175, but he's, I would say maybe 170 at best. He is pretty short. Like, no one except for my cousin for some reason in my family is tall. Like, my cousin for some reason is almost 190. While the rest of the family is just like around 160, 170. I don't know what happened there, but somehow he just outgrew everyone. So having it out of my family usually ended growing really late, that's why I'm saying it. Yeah, I mean, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, I just went to the doctor once and because my mom kind of got scared that there might be something wrong, because within like a month I went from like I think it was 150 something to 162 when she got a bit spooked by that. and he told my mom, yeah, she's definitely still growing. Where's the rest of my growth? The only thing that continued to grow were my tits. Not even a joke. It's just that, I don't know. I'm very short here, basically. Like, very, very short. My arm hurts. Back to the drawing. I'm so curious who the second person watching is. Maybe that's just me though. It might count me as a viewer, even though I don't have it open in a separate tab. Can I check? Don't think so. Oh well. Surprise Pikachu. I wish I had that picture right now, just like to just open to just like plop on. That would be funny. Why do you want to know though? Alright, that looks for some reason really wrong. Maybe it's because I haven't done anything properly. What the fuck is this? Why is this here? I don't like it. Why is there no line here? What the fuck did I do here? Was I drunk? Good enough. Era, you can't blackmail. Well, you probably can, but you shouldn't blackmail anyone. That's not good. What is Mimi doing? She's sleeping while leaning against my nightstand. I love her. She's so cute. Should probably give it some color first. Next part. The trees. What is that accent? Aw, someone left. I don't know what kind of accent it was. I just made a random accent. But sure, feel offended. I don't mind offending you. I don't know if you can make fun of a slice of baguette though. You say the heaviest French accent possible in here. This sounds like you. I don't know what a French accent sounds like other than how you sound. Stay hydrated. That was another accent. I have no idea what it was. I don't know, the only thing that you really do is you, instead of saying the, you say z. Always. Literally every single time. I don't know how to imitate you other than to just talk about fencing. Honestly. Yeah, I don't know anything about fencing. Then you just poke people with a stick. My back hurts. Oh yeah. Should probably give it a color first before I try to change the color. I know that you can't talk about it for hours, because you've talked about it for hours. Literally. We're just playing Minecraft, and what do? You start talking about fencing, and 4 hours later you're still talking about fencing. Which is a bad thing, it's just funny to me. I enjoy listening to listening to people talking about something they love, it's just funny to me. Alright. How do I like this? She's not. It's just that there's stuff flying around in the city, you know? Well, hello, Donald Trump, then. Oh, God. Well, now you know who the other viewer is. My ass and my bed. That is a better duo, honestly. I just didn't expect Donald Trump himself to actually watch a drawing stream. Donut, is that you? Who's texting me? Discord. I think if I shade something like this, it should look alright in the end. Yeah. Alright. But yeah. I would say it's definitely late enough. I've done quite a lot, honestly. I've finished the whole base colors. I did a little bit of test shading just so I know roughly how stuff will look. So I'm definitely gonna, you know, go to bed now. So just gonna draw a little thing. not really magic. It's just some drawing. Can't draw chibis. I don't know why I attempted to draw a chibi, but gotta stick with it now. Alright. Goodbye.